get informed before you get involved.
I remember when we first got married. But even before we got married, when we first met, my husband can ask questions for Africa. So he was always asking me questions. And I also ask him questions.
For the ladies, you need to realize that women are moved by words. If you don't like a guy and you keep listening to him, you keep receiving his calls, you keep receiving his text messages, you see, one day you will just realize you have said yes. And may it not be that realization will come when you are at the altar, about to say I do. Hi, this is Akintola Samuel.
And I'm Oluremi Akintola Samuel, popularly known as Oluremi San, your one and only senior alaga of Nigeria.
And you're welcome to the Romance Academy, right? Here we talk about relationship, marriage, and everything in between. And so today we want to talk to you on how to recognize and avoid dating dangerous men and women. It's very critical, right, for a single person to have this understanding. You see, many times people don't recognize the signs of dangerousness until after they have gotten married. And so when people hear dangerousness, they only think of maybe physical abuse, someone that is after your life, But there are so many ways someone can pose, danger to your existence, especially in marriage. And you see, it is better to recognize these things early enough so that, just like scripture says, a prudent man foresees the evil and he hides himself, right? So when you see these things ahead, because you need to recognize before you can avoid, right? If you don't recognize the signs of dangerousness, you'll not be able to avoid the dangerous person. Because there are dangerous people that look very appealing, very attractive. There are dangerous people who have been to Ivy League University, they have good jobs, they smell nice, they drive nice cars.
In a very good house,
yeah,
good
they live in a very
good,
they're
from good family.
Yeah, so it's even possible to come from a very good family. Yet pose danger to your spouse or partner, as it were. So it is possible for someone to be spiritually dangerous, right? That's one aspect of dangerousness you need to pay attention to. So for instance, you're dating someone and the person all of a sudden begins to attack everything you have always believed, every value you have always held dear. The person says, everything is not prayer. You see, do you really have to go to church? Must you read your Bible?
Must you pray?
Must you pray? Do you have to give?
With your prayers, you don't have to pay tithes.
So some of those things is a sign of dangerousness, spiritual dangerousness, right? And so when someone begins to tell you to stop the practices and disciplines you have embraced, over the years, and these are biblical principles, it simply means that person is going to be spiritually dangerous to you in marriage. Another dangerousness is, I think, financial dangerousness. You also need to pay attention to that. You want to talk about that?
Yes, because sometimes you just see someone, this person looks good, this person is always, you don't know their spending habits. You don't know if that person is a spender or a saver. You don't know what kind of debt the person has been owing even before, You don't know that maybe your own financial values. You have values for, keeping records. Keeping your own financial records, you don't want to owe anybody, you want to buy this, you don't want to. But there are some people that they don't mind as far as they are okay. That's
what that simply means is money is meant for spending.
Every money
there are some people even believe that as long as any money is available, it should be spent. Whether it's mine or not. As long as God brings money my way, it can be spent.
So I've had a situation of people who spend their house rent, people who spend their children's school fees,
To do what?
Just to enjoy themselves. Some people would have spent it at clubs. Some people spend it, just to impress people that do not even care about them.
But if you are dating someone like that, it will look like a nice guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
so it's very difficult to recognize that kind of because you just see this guy is spending,
whenever you need anything, the money is always there. You don't even ask that, where did you get this money from? Or okay, this money you said you're going to use to. Those kind of people will tell you, I want to use the money to buy a car, and then the next thing you are seeing them, they are buying. They are popping champagne, and then the next thing you are seeing that they're spraying money at parties. They are doing all those things, unnecessary things. They are giving this one. Oh, let me just give this one. Let me give that person. Those are the kind of people that you see that their spouse will always complain that they are not getting anything from them. Yes, they are outside there.
They look giving big people outside but small inside.
So when they have money, they don't know how to prioritize. Their finances. So you have to watch out for financial dangerousness.
I think another thing you also need to pay attention to is career dangerousness. Right? You start dating someone and all of a sudden the person tells you, no, I don't want you to do that. You know, and oftentimes they will present it to you as something like they want something better for you.
Yes, very
like, no, I don't want my wife to do that kind of a job, you know. And that's your dream. It's a different thing if it's a better offer, right, in the line of what you're passionate about. But if the person starts saying, no, I don't want my wife to do that. My husband can't be doing that. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?
I think that situation happens to a lot of women.
Yeah.
You know, some guys will tell you that this is, if you know that this is the kind of man you want a man that will be, you want a woman that would, you know, be with you 24 hours, then don't marry a career person. And so I always like to advise, especially single women, don't give up on your career. Don't say because of, a lot of people are dying inside. There are a lot of married people that are dying inside.
I think in the name of marriage, a lot of single ladies give up their career for marriage.
Yes.
And eventually, when they get married, they now become miserable in the marriage.
And they get to see, you know, you get to see people becoming who you want to become. And that is more killing than any other thing. It even kills faster than cancer.
You now see people living your dreams.
Exactly. So you don't give up on your career because you want to marry someone. It is very, very dangerous.
I think emotional dangerousness is another thing we need to, you know, pay attention to. In the sense that, how does this person talk to you, right? When this person talks to you, does it build you up emotionally or does it tear you down emotionally? You need to pay attention to these things, right? Because it's, you see, and some of these dangerousness are very subtle because you just think, oh, maybe it's because he doesn't know how to manage his emotions. He's angry. When he's angry, he talks anyhow. He can't do anything.
And then, you know, if he cannot manage his anger, when he sees a police soldier or a soldier, and then he controls his anger. You know, when he sees them, then he should be able to control his anger when he sees you. So don't give an excuse for that person that when she's angry, she's like this. When he's angry, no, you need to pay attention to that. You need to pay attention to that. All
right. So how do you avoid these people? What are the practical steps you need to take? Number one, don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. Don't be hasty when it comes to the selection of a partner. You see, people make wrong decisions when they are impatient. When you are impatient, you are going to make the wrong choice. Right? Don't be hasty. Right?
And then don't accept face value. Oh, this person looks. Face value, no. Don't accept face value.
Face value is often false value.
Yes.
So don't accept anything at face value.
Because that person you are saying that that person might look innocent and be dangerous. So you need to do your background check and you need to, you know, also pay attention to that. Some people can be an illiterate and then you see, this lady is a very beautiful lady. Meanwhile, she's an illiterate. Meanwhile, she doesn't even have any, you know, educational
beauty without brains.
Some people, their work ethic is terrible. It's terrible. And then you are a workaholic, and then you go and marry somebody whose work ethic is very terrible.
Fine boy, no finance.
Yes. Fine boy, no finance, and then you're always having issues, you know, with your finance and your marriage. And one of the things I always tell people is that finance is what builds romance. So if that person is not,
there's no romance without finance.
Without finance, so you need to pay attention to that. Face value
is often false value.
False value. Yes.
You also need to get informed before you get involved. Get informed. Many people don't carry out their research before saying yes.
Yes. True.
So this guy has been calling you, and you see, for the ladies, you need to realize that women are moved by words. If you don't like a guy and you keep listening to him, you keep receiving his calls, you keep receiving his text messages, you see, one day you will just realize you have said yes. And may it not be that realization will come when you are at the altar, about to say I do, right? So get informed before you get involved. Carry out your research about this guy. Carry out your research about this lady, right? Don't just assume, you know, that's a build up on, you know, the last point you mentioned, right? Don't just accept anything at face value. You see, when you are dating, when you are in a relationship, right, your two eyes have to be open.
Exactly.
When you are married, you can shut your eyes.
Yes.
It is watch and pray.
Watch and pray when you are dating.
So when the person tells you something, still carry out your research. It doesn't mean you don't trust the person.
Yes.
It just means you value your future.
Always do a background check. You know, I've had a situation of someone who the guy rented everything, including the car he used for a year to propose to the lady and everything, rented an office, rented this one, did that one. It was after they got married, she realized that there is fire on the mountain. So people can pretend. So you need to do your own background check. Don't just believe what you hear or okay, he's saying this, he's saying no. You just do your own background check.
And it's also very important to believe what you see more than what you are told.
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody is telling you that, don't worry, I'm solo. And you are seeing that this person is short. Yeah. but the person is telling you that, don't worry.
The person is saying, you know,
I'm from a royal family.
My vision is that I want to build a conglomerate, an empire. And he wakes up 11 a.m. And he slept 11 p.m. or let's even say 9 p.m. So he's sleeping 14 hours per day. So his work is sleeping because he sleeps 14 hours per day. He's awake 10 hours per day. And during those 10 hours, he's watching Netflix.
People, you know.
So believe what you are saying more than what you are told.
Talk is cheap. I always tell people that talk is cheap. People can talk. Yeah. People talk and talk and talk, and then before you know it, they have used their mouth to build castle and everything. But believe what you see. Yeah. What you see. This fellow is telling you this. A lot of people have bad work ethics, and then they are telling you, "Oh, don't worry, I'm going to do this, and that week I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this." But their work ethic is not saying what they are, their action, what they are saying. Their work ethic is not saying that, and you are seeing it. Yeah. You are seeing that this person is a lazy person. There are a lot of lazy men and lazy women out there. Yeah. But then their talk is very cheap. Instagram. Data is just social media. Data is cheap. So you just see them do a video. I'm this. I'm this. No, you don't just believe that.
So believe
you have to open your eyes and say, watch and pray.
Watch and select.
Yes. Let your eyes
shine. Your eyes.
Shine your eyes.
Pay attention. Don't ignore. You see, when you're in a relationship, don't ignore anything you see. If you don't understand something, ask questions.
Yes.
Don't just ignore it. Don't assume on that person's behalf. Don't just say, well, maybe it doesn't mean it. Ask.
I remember when we first got married. Even before we got married, when we first met, my husband can ask questions for Africa. Yeah. So I now also
because I believe you have no right to be surprised in marriage.
Exactly.
If you are surprised in marriage, it simply means you didn't do your work. You didn't do the right things.
So he was always asking me questions. Yeah. And I also asked him questions. The things he told me.
One thing I've realized is some people say things like, he doesn't like answering questions.
Yeah.
He doesn't like too many questions. You want to spend the rest of your life with someone, and the person doesn't like answering questions. Are you kidding me? That person has something they are hiding.
Exactly.
Because if the person has nothing to hide, in fact, they will be so excited to answer your questions. They will be more willing to talk. In fact, they'll be telling you things before you even ask those questions. Sure. Right? So you need to pay attention to those signs of dangerousness, and you also need to put these practical steps to work, right? So if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe right now. Do that right now. Subscribe to this channel. Click on the bell icon, right? That turns on the notification. So every time we drop a new video, you're going to get notified, right? And also click on that thumbs up icon. They say that YouTube algorithm works in such a way that when you click on that thumbs up icon, it helps more people to see. Also, you can share it with people. If you found this value adding, share it with every single person you know. And I strongly believe that they are also going to get something out of this, right? So new videos drops every day on this channel. Yeah. So I'd encourage you, don't miss the videos, right? It's really value adding, right? So God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye for now. See you tomorrow.